4 ways Islam helps you beat coronavirus. Peace be on you and welcome to Rational Religion. The Prophet of Islam stated that cleanliness is half of faith and even gave specific guidance on what to do in times of epidemics and pandemics. Let's take a look at what he taught and how his common sense solutions are being implemented today. Number 1. Wash your hands. You've all heard it. Wash your hands. The World Health Organization guidance is to wash one's hands 5 times a day at least. This should be ordinary for a Muslim who, before each of the 5 daily prayers, is taught to wash his or her hands up to the elbows as part of his or her ritual ablution. In fact, Muslims and hand washing go way back. Though soap had been used since Babylonian times in various forms, it was Muslims who industrialized its production and brought Europe the perfumed bar of soap we most commonly know and love. In Fez in Morocco at its height, for example, there were some 27 different soap factories. In fact, Islamic soap production was also closely tied with the foundations of chemistry. The Arabic word for ashes, alqali, became the scientific word alkali, since wood ash is a key alkaline ingredient in soap production. Number 2. Get that sinus rinse out. Sinus rinsing is new to a lot of people, but it shouldn't be to Muslims. A fundamental part of the ritual ablution before prayers is to wash water through one's nose, and particularly one's sinuses, by snorting it up and blowing out all the gunk. In fact, the Prophet of Islam, peace be on him, was pretty clear on the importance of sinus rinsing, especially on waking from sleep, stating that if any of you rouses from sleep and performs the ablution, he should wash his nose by putting water in it and then blowing it out 3 times, because Satan has stayed in the upper part of his nose the whole night. Satan is regularly used in Islamic and Arabic literature as a symbol of disease, just as the devil has been used in European literature. Regular sinus rinsing is increasingly used as a weapon in the fight against seasonal respiratory tract infections. One study demonstrated that daily saline sinus rinsing decreases the duration of upper respiratory tract infections by almost 2 days, as well as decreasing household spread of an infection by 35%, the use of over-the-counter medications by 36%, and the viral load present in the nasal passages. Though this study was not done in relation specifically to coronavirus, coronavirus is a respiratory tract infection, and given that coronavirus severity has been hypothesized as relating to viral load exposure, sinus rinsing might be precisely what the doctor ordered. Number 3. Alcohol disinfectant. You may have noticed that alcohol hand sanitizer has been in short supply since the coronavirus pandemic struck, with the BBC reporting that some suppliers are selling a small 500ml bottle for almost £30, almost 10 times the ordinary price. Alcohol as a disinfectant was pioneered by a man named Muhammad ibn Zakaria al-Razi, known as al-Razi for short. He was the first person to describe and perfect the method for distillation of alcohol. In fact, his process for distillation, known in Arabic as al-kuhul, meaning the essence, is where we get the word alcohol from. In his medical treatise Al-Hawi, he was the first person to advocate for the use of alcohol as a disinfectant, especially before and after surgical procedures. Number 4. Quarantining and social distancing. The word quarantine comes from the Italian word quaranta, meaning 40. Don't know if I pronounced that correctly. This referred to the 40 days merchant ships were required to stay off harbour when the Black Death spread through the southern Mediterranean. Keeping the ships off harbour for 40 days in practical isolation meant that anyone with the plague would develop symptoms and could then be prevented from docking. Without realising it, the Italians were following the very sensible measures advised by the Prophet of Islam, peace be on him, when he stated, "If you hear of a plague in a land, do not enter it, and if it breaks out in the land where you stay, do not leave, and do not gather the healthy with the infected." These are the 2 fundamental pillars of public health measures in a pandemic, and were put into place by the second Caliph of Islam, Umar, peace be on him. In later ages, though, some Muslims wedded to the miasma theory of epidemics advocated by the Romans rather than the contagion theory advocated by the Prophet of Islam, peace be on him, forgot these teachings and neglected them. So there you have it. Follow Islamic and public health guidance by washing your hands and nasal passages 5 times a day, keeping to your homes to limit the spread of disease, and disinfecting your surfaces well. And God willing, we'll see this trial to its end together. Till next time, peace be on you, and stay safe.